Josh Lambert here. Let's take a look at how to manage meals with the SignPilot system. First, sign into your user account. Next, click on Manage Meals in the sidebar. Next, click on the day on the calendar that you want to edit the meals for. In this case, we want to edit the meals for the 19th. This is going to be October 19th, 2016. So we'll click the day. This will open up the meal editor with 3 areas for entering meal data. Let's start with breakfast. Each meal item should go on its own line. So if we were going to have eggs, grits, bacon, and milk, we would write it like this: eggs, grits, bacon, and milk. Let's do the same thing for lunch and for dinner. Now we have meal data entered in for breakfast, lunch, and dinner as shown here. Once you've entered in your meal information, press the Save Changes button. Now that you've done this, your meal data will display on the calendar with checkboxes for each day indicating that you have the meal data for each of the meals on that day. You can see a checkbox here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you create meal data and you do not enter data for one of these meal items instead of a check, you'll see an X. I'll show you this in action. Let's remove the meal data for breakfast. You can see now there's an X, so if you forgot to enter a day, SignPilot will let you know with that handy X, but otherwise you'll see a check mark like that one. And now if we want to preview the meal data here that we've entered, we can simply press the green View Today's Menu and Player button up here in the upper right hand corner. This will allow us to see what the meal data looks like when it will render out on the SignPilot signs. And you can see here that the items we entered are displaying exactly like we would expect them to. Edits can be made, as I mentioned, simply by clicking the day. You can just empty all the fields out if you want to take any of the menu data out for that day. If your facility is integrating with Meal Tracker and your menus are imported automatically, any changes or edits you make on the Manage Meal screens will take precedent over the meal data that comes in from Meal Tracker. This means, for instance, that if you had manually entered meal data into October 20th, and then the Meal Tracker script ran later, your data will stay untouched if there was already menu data entered. So do keep that in mind. Basically, anytime you deviate from a Meal Tracker imported menu, it's going to keep your changes and ignore the changes that come in from Meal Tracker. This has been Josh Lambert with SignPilot, showing you how to manage meals using the SignPilot information system. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment down in this video, or you can always reach out to us via email, info@signpilot.com. Thank you for watching, have a wonderful day, and God bless.